something I've been thinking about a lot. It's this notion of the clouds and the dirt. It's kind of like another version of my steak and the sizzle. Meaning, I don't spend any time on the things that don't matter, and what doesn't matter is basically everything in between the overall vision and strategy and the real knowledge of it.
Never caught in fabrics that's average. What would ever happen if I got married?
All right. Hey, what's up? This is Coach Pabon coming at you. Got a box here, another unboxing. This one is from K-Swiss. So these are gonna be the Gary Vee 003s or 003s. Okay, for those of you that know, kind of have an idea of what I'm talking about. Okay, if you don't know who Gary Vee is, then you need to go ahead and use Google, look it up. Gary, G-A-R-Y, V like Victor, E-E. Look him up, Gary Vee. On all social media, can't go wrong. I won't go into the rest of it. But this is the third collaboration he's done with K-Swiss. All right, so there's the top of the box, the Gary Vee signature, 5 stripes. They're blue and brown. All right, signifying the clouds and dirt mentality that he talks about quite often. All right, looking at the presentation inside. All right, there's the signature, blue and brown, Gary Vee, clouds and dirt. All right, and to be perfectly honest, I actually opened the box already before, but I forgot to freaking hit record, and so I kind of went through part of my unboxing and then realized that the camera wasn't recording. So we're recording now, so here we go again for me, first time for you guys to kind of see these, at least on my channel. So they're nice, K-Swiss, white. All right, boom. All right, so now this shoe is gonna be the dirt one. All right, the signature on the tongue is brown. Okay, and then the saying on the sole, the dirt signifies or represents the work, the grind, and the hustle. All right, and then on top of that, the insole, okay, has a print that kind of resembles dirt. All right, so the clouds and the dirt being the work. All right, where you get your hands dirty, you're doing, right? Like Yoda says, there is no try, only do, right? So you're doing the work, you're getting your hands dirty, you're learning your craft, you're becoming good at whatever it is that you're good, that you do and that you need to be good at. All right, so there it is from the side profile. All right, back. It's real clean, man, and perfect for summer. The white does concern me a little bit, just because I'm not that guy that goes around wiping their sneaker every time. You know, I don't care if somebody steps on me by accident and stuff like that. You know, I don't give anybody their sneakers, man. They're meant to be worn. All right, I don't care if it gets a little crease in there and stuff like that. As long as they're comfortable, that's what I care about, right? So the white does concern me a little bit, just because I know how I am. But whatever, right? I'm gonna use these. I'm not gonna try to resell them or anything like that, right? So there's the dirt one, and then the other one is the one that represents the clouds mentality. So the signature on the tongue on this one is that kind of sky blue. All right, the insole on this one has the cloud print. All right, like the blue skies, a couple of puffy clouds. All right, so that's the clouds. And then the saying on the sole on the bottom is the mission, the motive, the macro. Okay, meaning the goal. This is where you're getting kind of high level. What's the goal? What's the plans for down the road, right? What's your why? Why do you do whatever it is that you do? Right? So what's the why? What's the end goal? That's the clouds portion of the thought process. So you gotta have your goal, whatever you're trying to achieve. You gotta have your why you're trying to achieve it. And then the macro is in the long run, right? In the long run, what are you willing to give up to get there, right? And so that's the clouds portion. And then the dirt portion, like I mentioned before, that's the doing it, man. That's the nitty gritty. That's where, you know, it's gonna be cliche. A lot of people say it, but that's where the rubber meets the road, right? So that's that. And then the other thing that always kind of concerns me a little bit when I'm gonna order online. I do a lot of stuff online, but I'm not a huge fan of ordering shoes or sneakers online, just because, you know, different shoes, different sneakers, different styles, the cuts, you just never know, right? The sizes kind of run a little bit off sometimes. So that always concerns me a little bit, especially because I've never had K-Swiss. So I wasn't sure how these were gonna be cut. So they actually fit good, right? They feel good, they're comfortable. They're like the right, I'm glad they had half sizes, right? Because I ordered 11 and a halves. I just was trying to go off the pictures online and stuff like that, and they look like a little bit narrow, and I got wide feet. So I didn't want to order 11s, but I was a little bit nervous about ordering 12s because I didn't want them kind of floating on my feet either. But these are like perfect. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you a shot of them. All right, so there we go. I'm gonna tie them up a little bit just so you get a good view of what they look like on the feet. Calves, but I'm not showing calves. All right, boom. These are super comfortable. All right, and so while we're at it, and I'm gonna put some of this stuff away. Right. Even the lid has the clouds portion in there. Bottom of the box. All right, so that's what the insole looks like. The clouds, blue skies. That's on one foot. And then this is what the insole on the other foot looks like. Dirt, clouds and dirt. Okay. And so like I was mentioning, the clouds and the dirt. Clouds is gonna be your goals, your missions, your why, what you're shooting for, what you're trying to accomplish. The dirt is getting your hands dirty, doing the grind, and going ahead and learning and doing whatever it is your craft is. All right, so I'm gonna take this opportunity at the same time as doing this unboxing to kind of put out a little info. This is gonna be geared more towards my students, my athletes, some of my colleagues and stuff like that. And there's no easy way, and I don't want to beat around the bush, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there. So I'm starting a new chapter in my life, okay? And so these sneakers are like perfect, right? The timing was just perfect when they came in the mail and all that good stuff like that, right? Cause I gotta get back in the dirt, gotta start learning a new craft all over again, okay? And I have new goals and new things that I'm trying to accomplish. My why has been crystallizing, okay? So it works perfect with the clouds and dirt thought process. And so I won't be coming back to teach at the high school where I teach, East Lee County High School in Southwest Florida. All right, it is what it is, right? So I won't be teaching anymore, period. Even though I was approached by a couple of middle schools and one other high school before I made my decision, and then a second high school after, I'm not gonna be teaching anymore. I've been teaching for the last 7.5 years, teaching and coaching. I've been coaching swimming and wrestling. All right, so I'm gonna be going to work for a company back in the private sector. The company is an IT company, but I won't be on the tech side, and I don't want to get into the details of exactly what I'm gonna be doing. You can reach out to me, and I'll let you know exactly what I'm doing, but I don't want to do this on the video. Suffice to say that I'm just not coming back to teach, so that means I won't be coaching either. But I do intend to volunteer and still continue to help out my teams, you know, as much as possible, as much as my work schedule is going to allow. I'll be working in Fort Myers predominantly, with probably some occasional travel here and there, but mostly in Fort Myers. And so, you know, if you want to reach out to me, you guys know how to reach out to me. You can leave a comment down below. You can send me DMs on social. I'm still, you know, at Coach Pabon everywhere. All right, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, here on YouTube. Okay, so Coach Pabon everywhere. You can reach out to me. So just like I mentioned to a couple of students, you know, if you need like a reference, you're gonna reference for work, you're gonna start doing some college applications or scholarships and things like that, you need some kind of reference letter, you can always reach out to me, send me a message, DM me, all those things like that. And like I said, I do intend to volunteer with my teams, you know, whenever I can, and help out and try to get some sponsorship going for the teams as well, to help in that sense. And I'm gonna miss everybody. I'm gonna miss all my students, all my athletes. I'm gonna miss, you know, most everybody that I worked with day to day and things like that. I'm gonna miss not being able to get to know some of the, you know, newer teachers in the building that I just didn't get a chance to interact with this past year. That kind of stuff. There's a lot of good new teachers, and so I'm gonna miss all that. And I don't want to drag this out longer than it has to be. But I just wanted to go ahead and put it out there. I won't be coming back, and I wanted you to hear from me. Originally, my intention was to stay at East until 2020. Right? The reason for that, right? That clouds mentality. That was, I was teaching a college prep class called Avid, and I was rolling up each year with those students. So I had them as freshmen last year, had them as sophomores this past school years. I would roll up with them to their junior year and senior year, and 2020 is when they graduate. There were some changes in leadership and some changes in the focus, and since I also teach US history, which is a core graduation requirement, it's also one of the classes that's tested by the state. Leadership, you know, wanted to make sure that I was one of the teachers that was focusing on those numbers. Okay, and so the reality is the only thing that was actually holding me, that I was like, you know, anchoring me to the school, was my Avid students, and I was looking forward to graduating them. And when that opportunity went away, then that just kind of opened the doors, right? So that was like one door that closed, being able to loop up with those students, because I built some good relationships with those students and their families and things like that. That door closed and another door opened, you know, and you can't look a gift horse in the mouth, or whatever the saying is, right? So you got to be ready to take advantage of opportunity when it presents itself, right? So, you know, I did. Right, the door opened, and I walked through it, and I'm gonna be chasing a new opportunity that I'm grateful for this company for offering me this opportunity. You know, if you're really curious which company I'm going to, you know, drop me a message. I'll let you know with no problem. You know, it's in Fort Myers. It's a great company. They're a global company, and I'm looking forward to getting started there. So with that, I'm gonna leave you. I'm always Coach Pabon. I'll always be looking to help people out. I'll be looking to coach, hopefully somewhere down the road with the new company that I'll be working at. I'll be able to become a mentor down the road. I'll have a mentor for me when I start. And so, you know, maybe in a year, 2 years, something like that, maybe I can be a mentor for some of the new employees that end up coming there at that point. And so I'm gonna always be Coach Pabon. And with that, I'm gonna sign off. Coach Pabon out.
I'll make a brand new start of it.